Hello everyone, welcome to your July love reading. I'm doing a pick a card today and there's 3 piles to choose from. The first one is Sunstone, the second one is Rose Quartz, and the third is Ruby. And I'll give you a minute to decide which one appeals to you. And then I'll start with the first reading. Hi Group 1, you chose the Sunstone. And it says opportunity on the front. And it's always good to have opportunity in love and relationships. And the guardian angel message for Sunstone is to balance the solar plexus chakra, or galactic sun it's known as. It rules Leo, country of Australia, and it rules sunflowers, horse, and is enhancing and brightening. And you can use stones such as these two, Tiger's Eye, and that is a citrine. And the Sunstone actually looks like this one. It's a pretty one with lots of sparklies inside. And the solar plexus chakra is very important in relationships and regards to taking back your power. So maybe you've been seeking approval and validation from your partner and people you're in relationships with, and it's only natural, we all do it and there's nothing wrong with it, but we might not be getting a positive response. And this can leave us feeling insecure, having low self-esteem. And the other end of the spectrum is that we're overly controlling and that there's control issues in the relationship. And healing the third chakra can help to overcome these problems and improve your self-esteem and release the need to be always liked by others or be over controlling, and just to generally restore our sense of self. And of course they say having confidence in yourself is very attractive, and the mantra you can say to yourself is, I have the courage to create positive change in my relationships. I am worthy of love and affection as I am. And you can work with the yellow crystals, as I said before. Eat yellow foods, burn sandalwood incense, use spices like cinnamon and ginger, which are also aphrodisiacs as well, they say. So if you want to look up more information about the solar plexus chakra, there is heaps of information on the internet about it. And the 3 tarot cards that came out for you, Group 1, was the 8 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Just some great energy for you there. And with the 8 of Swords, you could be feeling a bit stuck in relationship energy at the moment. If you're single, you could just be a bit sick of being single and feel like you're always going to be single. And your relationships aren't going anywhere. If you're in a couple, you might feel that you can't speak up in a relationship for fear of saying the wrong thing. Or you just might feel like your partner doesn't really get you. Or you may have a family and children and a lot of obligations at the moment, and you feel a bit restricted in your relationships because of that. Or you might not just want to face up to the problems that might be going on in your relationship at the moment, so you just don't say anything. Or you could also feel a bit left out by any decisions that your partner's making at the moment. And with this card, it's the swords represent thoughts and ideas. So it's what's going on in our head mostly that's the problem. And just take a little bit of time to think about what negative thoughts and ideas might be going around in your head before you start to communicate with your partner or love interest. And often with this card, all that we need is a little bit of a change in perspective. And we can see that here with the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is asking us to move forward in our relationships, to look to the future, and to forgive any past hurts and issues that you might have been having, so that your relationship can move forward and you can have renewed optimism in your relationship. Also, if you're single, it's a great card for meeting someone new. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius with the Wands. And if you're already in a relationship, it might be an idea to set some goals and work towards them together and get to know your partner all over again, and share your ideas and feelings, get them out in the open. Because I feel here with the Ten of Cups coming out in your outcome position that the relationship has a lot of potential. The Ten of Cups is a great card to get in any reading, and especially for love and relationships, because the Cups is all about our emotions. And here we see the 10 cups in a rainbow of happiness and a happy couple and children playing together. So I feel that your things are going to be improving on a radical level in your relationship towards the end of July, if you have been having problems, because the Ten of Cups promises fulfillment in your relationship and spending happy times together. And maybe your situation will improve in other ways as well, which will also lead to you having a better relationship together. You might be planning a holiday together or something like that. And the Love Oracle cards that came out for you, Group 1, were, first of all, this one, surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. And forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream and imagine, which goes back to the Nine of Swords energy. And then you had playfulness. And laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember, love is the greatest healer. And your love wisdom cards were honesty is essential, speak with love and truth, it says demonstrate love, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. Sometimes we get busy and we forget to do that, especially if you have a family. And then you had consider your foundation, and we see a picture of a lovely home in the background. So it's about building a home together and building on your relationship. And it says, look at how committed you are to love. And your moon cards were surrender to the divine, full moon, and you also had emotions are running high. So we have just had a full moon eclipse, so that might be the cause of some of the upsets that you may have had in your relationship, and they are known to cause emotions to run high. And it says here to give over your problems to the divine during the time of the full moon. And there's a full moon on the 20th of July. There's a full moon, so maybe devote some time together on the next full moon. Get a babysitter or something like that. Spend some time together if you've got children. Or if you're single, it might be a good time to organise a night out with friends. You might meet somebody the next full moon. And the wild offering card you had was empowerment. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. And the next one out was trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. And you had enjoyment. Striving and pushing makes life into an endless hard work. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes. Allow me to enjoy this life, dear Lord. And you also had positivity. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in even the hardest situations. And think back to the positive message of the 10 of Cups there, and all you have to be grateful for. Now, I also pulled a couple of cards from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, for the heart. And your first one out was number 9, which is the Hermit card in traditional tarot. And here it just says seek. And I'll read out to you what it says because it's quite relevant to relationship reading. And it says, sometimes individuals become so engrossed in a relationship or in wanting a relationship that all perspective is lost. The relationship becomes their world and they lose sight of themselves. This card suggests that now is the time to take a step back, either from a relationship or from the desire for one, and go on an internal quest to rediscover yourself. If this resonates with you, it's time to have a dialogue with your higher self. And the other cards you got, number 4, just breathe. And that would be the 4 of Swords in a traditional tarot, which is taking a bit of time out as well to rest and rejuvenate. And it also says so much time and effort can be expended in maintaining relationships or in creating new ones that it's easy to forget to just stop and breathe once in a while. And it says the most important connection you can have with the divine and your higher self. This is a good time to take a break from your personal relationships and reconnect with your spiritual self. So I hope you receive some guidance from that group 1, and I hope you have a great month of July, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye. Hello group 2, if you chose the rose quartz crystal and this card, says love. And the guardian angel message of this rose quartz is the heart chakra and balancing of the heart chakra to improve your relationships. Because whether we're single or in a relationship, no matter how hard we try to make things work, it will be difficult to move forward if our heart chakra is closed off, because it governs our ability to both give and receive love, feel compassion and feel deserving of being loved. And first we need to practice self-love, which is the most important, and acknowledge our emotions, the good and the bad ones, so that they can be processed and released. And forgiveness is also important in this process, to release the emotions that have brought us pain or heartache, you might call it. And working with crystals such as the rose quartz, jade, green calcite or any green coloured crystals. You can use essential oils such as rose, geranium, jasmine and bergamot, and lots of green foods, wearing green, all that sort of thing. And there's a lot of information online too about the heart chakra if you're interested in looking it up and learning how to balance it, especially if you've had a bit of a disappointment recently. And your tarot cards were the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Lots of fire energy there for you, group 2. So if you're single, you might be meeting a fire sign, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. And with the Nine of Wands, it's also called the Wounded Warrior card, and it goes back to the heart chakra that I was talking to you about before, where you may have had some disappointment, or if you're in a couple, you might be having disagreements with your partner and you're feeling a bit battered and bruised as a result of whatever love relationships that are going on. And the recent full moon eclipse that we had may have had a hand in that as well, stirring up everybody's emotions. You could even be in the middle of a separation or some other sort of dispute with your ex. But the message of this cup, this card, the Nine of Wands, says, don't give up. You're closer to a resolution than you think. You might be facing a lot of challenges at the moment, but just remember that things are going to get better, because here we have the Eight of Wands and the Two of Wands coming in for you. And the Eight of Wands is often, some good news coming in. And I think with these two cards, you're going to start feeling happier, more inspired in your relationships. If you're single, I think it's highly possible that you're going to meet someone quite soon. The Eight of Wands can refer to the internet and speed dating, so maybe trying something like that if you're single. But whatever positive news the Eight of Wands is bringing in, it'll be different for all of you because it's a general reading, but I think it'll help you to look to the future. We see the man in the Two of Wands. He's got the world in his hands and he's looking to the future. He's got renewed optimism in all his relationships. And I think if you're already in a couple, you might be making some new plans together. You might even be moving home or moving to a new place, or going on a trip together, planning a trip that will bring some new energy in for your relationship. And the Love Oracle cards that you got group 2, you had this one. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And you had balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And you had new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. And your love wisdom cards were practice compassion, see things from a fresh perspective, look to your inner strength, you are stronger than you realize. That reminds me of the strength card in tarot, which is Leo, ruled by Leo. And you had simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. And you had be authentic. Be real and true to who you are and how you feel. And that very much relates back to the heart chakra that I was talking about before. And your moon cards were your commitment is being tested. Nothing is yet set in stone. And conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. And we've just had a full moon eclipse, so maybe that brought in some good energy for you. And your wild offering cards you have relationship. I call on the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in a perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. It's a lovely message. And you also had self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. And you had feelings. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so that they no longer hold me captive. And the last one you got here was change. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. And I also got a couple of cards from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And the first one you got out was 5, change your focus. And that would be the 5 of Pentacles in a traditional tarot. And you got number 8, success and growth. And you got the 8 of Wands in the other tarot as well at the beginning. So you've had that one twice now, which is good news. And I'll just read out what it says about those ones, because it was quite valid to what's we've been talking about. Can't find it. I'll read out success and growth, because being able to find that one, it says the energy of manifestation is around you now and you're being moved forward in a positive way. Stay focused on your heart. When this card appears, success is at hand and it may happen quickly. Your past efforts are being rewarded. This is a time of new flourishing relationships and successful resolutions to conflict and struggle. And this one basically said that you've had some disappointments like we were talking about before. And I thought it was interesting that it's green, like the heart chakra that we were talking about before that might need healing. And because when you've had some disappointments, the heart chakra can become unbalanced. But overall, it seems something else is coming in very quickly with the 8 of Wands to bring you more success and growth in your relationship group too. And I hope you enjoyed that message and received some guidance from it. And I hope you have a great month of July. Bye. Hello Group 3. This is your reading. And you chose the Ruby Guardian Angel card. And it says beauty. And the message here from the Guardian Angel is healing of the base chakra. And the base chakra, or the root chakra, is at the base of the spine, and its colour is red, which is represented by the ruby. And it's an important chakra in relationships because it's important to stay grounded. And it also represents stability, security, and feeling safe. And if it's out of balance, all your other chakras will possibly be out of balance as well. And you'll know if it is out of balance because you'll be feeling tired or exhausted, lacking in vitality. You might have negative body image, being emotionally eating, all that sort of thing can be traced back to the root chakra. And the easiest way to feel more grounded and vital is to spend some time outdoors in nature if you can. Get some sunshine, maybe do some gardening, start a dancing class. Tai Chi is very beneficial. If you can't do any of those, just simply releasing any fears that you have is important to feel safe and secure. And red is the colour of the base chakra, so you can use red crystals, such as this is a carnelian, or you could use bloodstone or any red one. Eating red foods, all that sort of thing. And wearing red clothes. Red is known as a power colour, and it boosts your confidence, and that always makes you more attractive. And the tarot cards that you got were the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. And I feel that you might have had some upsets recently with the Seven of Wands, some drama going on in your life, and you might be needing to take a stand in your relationships and have some obstacles to overcome. And whatever it is you're taking a stand about, I think it's important to know that you have the higher ground here. We see him standing here. He's defending himself with the wand, and he's in a higher position than the others who are holding their wands at a lower level. So the other message is not to come down to their level. Maybe there's been some gossip going around and you're not sure what's true and what isn't, that sort of thing. And also, I think if you are single, you have the advantage, so to speak, to win this person's affection, and they probably admire a confident person. And here with the Page of Swords, I think some message is coming in that has that's important in some way to your relationship. If you're single, you might receive a message from an admirer or be asked out on a date, that sort of thing. You might be getting to know the person better. If you're in a relationship, you might be getting a message that they want to spend more time with you, something like that. Getting to know your partner on a deeper level. So the Page of Swords is about a message coming through, but also potential. And The page could be a child, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. So maybe your partner already has children and they may have been causing some trouble in your relationship. But I feel this is going to be resolved and come out in the open. And also don't let any gossip get in the way of your relationship when the Page of Swords comes up, because not everything you hear may be true. And I feel that you're going to overcome any issues here, Group 3, because you have the Nine of Cups in the outcome position. And it's the wish fulfillment card, it's also known as, and it's a great card to get in any reading, but especially for love and romance, because the Cups is about emotions, and there can be a wish come true, a fulfillment of dreams. If you're single, it's a strong indication you might be meeting someone new. They could be wealthy, or a person who's had a lot of achievements in life, because the cups are lined up like trophies behind him there, and he's looking pretty happy with himself. It could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. And if you're in a relationship, I think you're going to reach a new level of happiness here. Issues that might have been going on that are affecting your relationship are going to be able to be resolved, and you're going to have more fulfillment in your relationship. So that was your tarot cards, and your love oracle cards were, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. It's a beautiful message. And you had secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. And then you had manifesting miracles. And it says your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. And your love wisdom cards were love makes all the difference. It says love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. And then we had forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. And it says, choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. And then you had actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. And your moon messages were communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. And your wild offering cards. The first one you had was mistakes. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so that he or she feels loved no matter what. And then you had money come out, and money can have a big effect on relationships, especially the lack of it. And it says, all my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. And you had true offering. May I release the fears, illusions and addictions that keep me from true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next steps will always be shown. Use me, love, for the highest. I'm yours alone. So that was some lovely messages for you. And I also got some cards from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And you had 6 giving and receiving, and that would be the 6 of coins in a traditional tarot. And you had what would be the 4 of wands, joy and stability. And I'll just read to you what it says about that, because it was quite valid in relation to a love reading, I thought anyway. So it says, like a beautiful summer's day, this card brings joyful energy. Take a break or step back just for now from any concerns you may have had around matters of the heart, and spend some time in happy pursuits. Find reasons to celebrate with others. Welcome this warm, sunny energy into your life. Allow it to lift your spirits. Remember the law of attraction, and a high rate of vibration will attract all that you desire. Rejuvenate your relationships by renewing yourself. So they were your messages for July. I hope you have a great month, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye.